Today's Bible reading is 1 Chronicles chapters 3, 4, 5, and John chapter 8, verses 1 through 20. 1 Chronicles chapter 3. These were the sons of David born to him in Hebron. The firstborn was Amnon, the son of Ahinoam of Jezreel. The second, Daniel, the son of Abigail of Carmel. The third, Absalom, the son of Maacah, daughter of Talmai, king of Geshur. The fourth, Adnijah, the son of Haggith. The fifth, Shephatiah, the son of Abital. The sixth, Ithram, by his wife Eglah. These six were born to David in Hebron, where he reigned 7 years and 6 months. David reigned in Jerusalem 33 years, and these were the children born to him there: Shammua, Shobab, Nathan, and Solomon. These four were by Bathsheba, daughter of Amiel. There were also Ibhar, Elishua, Eliphalet, Noga, Nepheg, Japhia, Elishama, Elidah, and Eliphalet. 9 in all. All these were the sons of David, besides his son by his concubines, and Tamar was their sister. Solomon's son was Rehoboam, Abijah his son, Asa his son, Jehoshaphat his son, Jehoram his son, Ahaziah his son, Joash his son, Amaziah his son, Azariah his son, Jotham his son, Ahaz his son, Hezekiah his son, Manasseh his son, Amon his son, Josiah his son. The sons of Josiah: Johanan the firstborn, Jehoiakim the second son, Zedekiah the third, Shallum the fourth. The successors of Jehoiakim: Jehoiachin his son, and Zedekiah. The descendants of Jehoiakim the captive: Shealtiel his son, Malcharaim, Pedaiah, Shenazar, Jechamiah, Hoshama, and Nedabiah. The sons of Pedaiah: Zerubbabel and Shimei. The sons of Zerubbabel: Meshullam and Hananiah. Shelomith was their sister. There were also 5 others: Hashubah, Ohel, Berechiah, Hassadiah, and Jeshub Hesed. The descendants of Hananiah: Pelatiah and Jeshaiah, and the sons of Rephaiah of Arnon, of Obadiah, and of Shechaniah. The descendants of Shechaniah: Shimei and his sons, Hattush, Agil, Bariah, Neariah, and Shaphat. 6 in all. The son of Neriah: Elionai, Hezekiah, and Azrikam. 3 in all. The sons of Elionai: Hodaviah, Elishab, Pelaiah, Akub, Joanan, Delilah, and Ananiah. 7 in all. 1 Chronicles chapter 4. The descendants of Judah: Perez, Hezron, Carmi, Hur, and Shobal. Reiah, son of Shobal, was the father of Jahath, and Jahath the father of Ahumai and Lahad. These were the clans of the Zorathites. These were the sons of Etam: Jezreel, Ishma, and Idbash. Their sister was named Hazelelponi. Penuel was the father of Geder, and Ezer the father of Hushah. These were the descendants of Hur, the firstborn of Ephrathah, and father of Bethlehem. Asher, the father of Tekoa, had 2 wives, Helah and Naarah. Naarah bore him Ahuzam, Hefer, Timnah, and Haashtari. These were the descendants of Naarah. The sons of Helah: Zereth, Zohar, Ethanan, and Kaz, who was the father of Ahub and Hazobebah, and of the clans of Aharhel, son of Haram. Jabez was more honorable than his brothers. His mother had named him Jabez, saying, I gave birth to him in pain. Jabez cried out to the God of Israel, Oh, that you would bless me and enlarge my territory. Let your hand be with me and keep me from harm so that I will be free from pain. And God granted his request. Caleb, Shuhah's brother, was the father of Mahir, who was the father of Eshton. Eshton was the father of Beth Rapha, Pasiah, and Tahinah, the father of Ir-Nahash. These were the men of Rekah. The sons of Kenaz, Othniel and Seriah. The sons of Othniel, Hathan and Meonothai. Meonothai was the father of Ophrah. Seriah was the father of Joab, the father of Harashim. It was called this because its people were skilled workers. The sons of Caleb, sons of Jephunneh, Aru, Olah, and Naim. The sons of Elah, Kenaz. The sons of Jehalalel, Ziph, Ziphah, Tiria, and Azrael. The sons of Ezra, Jether, Mered, Ephah, and Jalon. One of Mered's wives gave birth to Miriam, Shammai, and Ishbeth, the father of Eshtemoa. His wife from the tribe of Judah gave birth to Jared, the father of Gedor, Heber, the father of Soko, and Jekathiel, the father of Zanoah. These were the children of Pharaoh's daughter, Bethah, whom Mered had married. The sons of Hodiah's wife, the sister of Naham, the father of Keilah the Garmite, and Eshtemoa the Maacathite. The sons of Shimon, Ammon, Renah, Ben-Hanan, and Talon. The descendants of Ishai, Zohath and Ben-Zohath. The sons of Shelah, son of Judah, the father of Leka, Leadiah, the father of Marashah, and the clans of the linen workers at Beth Ashbea, Jocham, the men of Cazbah, and Joash, and Saraph, who ruled in Moab, and Jashubah Lahem. These records are from ancient times. They were the potters who lived at Netaim and Gedorah. They stayed there and worked for the king. The descendants of Simeon, Nemuel, Jamin, Jareb, Zerah, and Shaul. Shallum was Shaul's son, Mibsam his son, and Mishma his son. The descendants of Mishma, Hamel his son, Zakkur his son, and Shimei his son. Shimei had 16 sons and 6 daughters, but his brothers did not have many children, so their entire clan did not become as numerous as the people of Judah. They lived in Beersheba, Moladah, Hazar Shual, Bilhah, Ezem, Tolad, Bethuel, Hormah, Ziklag, Beth Markabath, Hazar Susam, Beth Bira, and Sheagraim. These were their towns until the reign of David. Their surrounding villages were Etain, Ain, Rimmon, Token, and Ashan, 5 towns, and all the villages around these towns, as far as Baalah. These were their settlements, and they kept a genealogical record. Meshobab, Jamlech, Jashin, son of Amaziah, Joel, Jehu, son of Jashabah, the son of Seriah, the son of Azael, Also Elionai, Jeelkabah, Jeshohah, Asiah, Adeel, Jeshamiah, Benaniah, and Ziza, son of Shiphi, the son of Alan, the son of Jedaiah, the son of Shimri, the son of Shimei. The men listed above by name were leaders of their clans. Their families increased greatly, and they went to the outskirts of Gedor to the east of the valley in search of pasture for their flocks. They found rich, good pastureland, and the land was spacious, peaceful, and quiet. Some Hamites had lived there formerly. The men whose names were listed came in the days of Hezekiah, king of Judah. They attacked the Hamites in their dwellings, and also the Meunites who were there, and completely destroyed them, as is evident to this day. Then they settled in their place because there was pasture for their flocks. And 500 of these Simeonites, led by Pelatiah, Neariah, Rephaiah, and Uzziah, the sons of Ishi, invaded the hill country of Seir. They killed the remaining Amalekites who had escaped, and they have lived there to this day. 1 Chronicles chapter 5. The sons of Reuben, the firstborn of Israel. He was the firstborn, but when he defied his father's marriage bed, his rights as firstborn were given to the sons of Joseph, son of Israel, so he could not be listed in the genealogical record in accordance with his birthright. And though Judah was the strongest of his brothers, and a ruler came from him, the rights of the firstborn belonged to Joseph. The sons of Reuben, the firstborn of Israel: Hannah, Palu, Hezron, and Carmi, the descendants of Joel; Shimei his son, Gog his son, Shimei his son, Micah his son, Reiah his son, Baal his son, and Beerah his son, whom Tiglath-Pileser, king of Assyria, took into exile. Beerah was a leader of the Reubenites. Their relatives by clans listed according to their genealogical records: Jael the chief, Zechariah, and Bela son of Azaz, the son of Shema, the son of Joel. They settled in the area from Aurora to Nebo and Baal-Meon. To the east they occupied the land up to the edge of the desert that extends to the Euphrates River, because their livestock had increased in Gilead. During Saul's reign, they waged war against the Hagrites, who were defeated at their hands. They occupied the dwellings of the Hagrites throughout the entire region east of Gilead. The Gadites lived next to them in Bashan as far as Salakah. Joel was the chief, Shaphan the second, then Jaina and Shaphat in Bashan. Their relatives by families were Michael, Meshulam, Sheba, Jorai, Jachin, Zia, and Eber, 7 in all. These were the sons of Abihail, son of Huri, the son of Jeroah, the son of Gilead, the son of Michael, the son of Jeshashai, the son of Jado, the son of Buz. Ahi, son of Abdil, the son of Gunai, was head of their family. The Gadites lived in Gilead, in Bashan, and its outlying villages, and on all the pasturelands of Sharon as far as they extended. All these were entered in the genealogical records during the reigns of Jotham, king of Judah, and Jeroboam, king of Israel. The Reubenites, the Gadites, and the half-tribe of Manasseh had 44,760 men ready for military service, able-bodied men who could handle shield and sword, who could use a bow, and who were trained for battle. They waged war against the Hagarites, Jetur, Navish, and Nodab. They were helped in fighting them, and God delivered the Hagarites and all their allies into their hands because they cried out to him during the battle. He answered their prayers because they trusted in him. They seized the livestock of the Hagarites, 50,000 camels, 250,000 sheep, and 2,000 donkeys. They also took 100,000 people captive, and many others fell slain because the battle was God's, and they occupied the land until the exile. The people of the half-tribe of Manasseh were numerous. They settled in the land from Bashan to Baal Hermon, that is, to see near Mount Hermon. These were the heads of their families: Ephah, Ishai, Elal, Azriel, Jeremiah, Hodaviah, and Jadiel. They were brave warriors, famous men, and heads of their families, but they were unfaithful to the God of their ancestors and prostituted themselves to the gods of the people of the land, whom God had destroyed before them. So the God of Israel stirred up the spirit of Pul, king of Assyria, that is, Tiglath-Pileser, king of Assyria, who took the Reubenites, the Gadites, and the half-tribe of Manasseh into exile. He took them to Halah, Habar, Hara, and the river of Gozan, where they are to this day. John chapter 8, verses 1 through 20. At dawn, he appeared again in the temple courts, where all the people gathered around him, and he sat down to teach them. The teachers of the law and the Pharisees brought in a woman caught in adultery. They made her stand before the group and said to Jesus, "Teacher, this woman was caught in the act of adultery. In the law, Moses commanded us to stone such women. Now what do you say?" They were using this question as a trap in order to have a basis for accusing him. But Jesus went down and started to write on the ground with his finger. When they kept on questioning him, he straightened up and said to them, "Let any one of you who is without sin be the first to throw a stone at her." Again he stooped down and wrote on the ground. At this, those who heard began to go away one at a time, the older ones first, until only Jesus was left with the woman still standing there. Jesus straightened up and asked her, "Woman, where are they? Has no one condemned you?" "No one, sir," she said. "Then neither do I condemn you," Jesus declared. "Go now and leave your life of sin." When Jesus spoke again to the people, he said, "I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me will never walk in darkness, but will have the light of life." The Pharisees challenged him. "Here you are appearing as your own witness. Your testimony is not valid." Jesus answered, "Even if I testify on my own behalf, my testimony is valid, for I know where I came from and where I'm going. But you have no idea where I come from or where I'm going. You judge by human standards. I pass judgment on no one. But if I do judge, my decisions are true because I am not alone. I stand with the Father who sent me. In your own law it is written that the testimony of two witnesses is true. I am one who testifies for myself. The other witness is the Father who sent me." Then they asked him, "Where is your Father?" "You do not know me or my Father," Jesus replied. "If you knew me, you would know my Father also." He spoke these words while teaching in the temple courts near the place where the offerings were put. Yet no one seized him because his hour had not yet come.